But right, so this is why we like Incom, because they sell arcs. Love arcs. One of the favourite Clone Wars ship. T65B, which is a good ship. The XJ35, which is a fantastic ship. Long probes, Z95s, which we love, and U-wings. They also sell a bunch of different miners. The 42 class and the VCX 100s, which is a really good little trade ship. Oh, we managed. Oh, I thought we was going to miss that. Garros. Oh, that's well good. I'm so happy. In fact, we're going to put it on autopilot. And while that's doing that, let's have a look what VLS. Oh, they won't even show me what they've got anymore. It's probably rubbish anyway. Don't even want to buy a ship from the VLS. If there is a way that we can get our reputation up with them, that we will do though. Just for ease of let me just sort this out. Oh, why are you freezing? Whoa, stop, just all stop. Have I accidentally gone back through the gate? Yeah, no, yes. Oh, I'm so confused. That's going to send us through the gate though. So let's fly underneath. Going over, going under, stand to attention like a soldier. Yeah, well chuffed at that. So we'll probably be setting up another trader. Well, what we'll do is once we've finished scouting out the Mandalorian sector, we will send our little scout ship to have a recce around there, see what there is, drop us off some satellites, and then we can set up another little trader. Ooh. So this is us handing in our first bounty to Kate Yancey. Right, I just want to check something on my ship. Hold position. Did that just say hold position? Hello. You better not take off with my ship. Oh, we shall not be amused. But yeah, we'll get as little scout ship having a look around there and round here, dropping some satellites, build up a little bit of a network. We might be able to angle it so we can get both CSA and Mandalorian Deathwatch stations in a little sphere of influence, so we can trade, make a little bit of money, make a little bit of reputation.
Hello.
There you go. Thank you. How much you give me? 128,000? That's not bad. Bit of reputation there as well. So where does that need handing in? Open briefing. That's in Geyser, I think. Let me just check. On dock. On dock. Look at Mandalorian. That Mandalorian symbol is so cool. The old mythosaur. Equinox. So that's good. CSA sell some interesting ships as well. We might have a look at some of their stuff. I know they sell arcs. I'm not 100% sure what else they sell. We can have a look in a minute. I know CSA on their shipyards also sell Venators. On dock. Which, you know, I am tempted to get a Venator.
Short range transporter A.
There we go. Let's blow that out of the sky. Make friends with these lovely Mandalorian people. Where am I going? Oh, it's in the same system. In fact, I've got some satellites. We can deploy that. Now, usually I don't like deploying satellites so close to a station, because when you're trying to click on things and look at things, it might get in the way. But in this case, we will make an exception. One there as well. We've already got one there. Oh, look at this, cracking. How are you doing in your little scouting mission? You found out interesting? No, Taris.
Thank you. Trading station.
Taris was quite a prominent place in the Old Republic period, especially in the games. I think it was Taris anyway. It's where the rat ghoul disease comes from. I think it essentially got destroyed, didn't it, Taris? Got overrun by because the rat ghoul disease, it's like a zombie sort of plague, except it's not. You get turned into a little horrible beastie boy.
Disengage.
And it's highly contagious as well. Yeah, it's basically like a zombie
Out of docking range.
esque disease.
Docking granted.
Because so in the Knights of the Old Republic, the first one, you crash land on Taris, I think. Yeah, pretty sure you crash land on Taris. And I can't. Is it the Spire? The ship's called the Spire or something like that. It's like a Hammerhead Corvette type of ship. And then in the Old Republic MMO game, you come across the crash ruins. In fact, I think when you play as a Mandalorian on that, there's a series of missions that take you around the ship and in it as well, which I thought was a nice touch. Do you go to Taris on Knights of the Old Republic too as well? I think you do. Is that where you get the guy with the weird robot arm, which is not quite robotic? It's like got some sort of force field type of
Goodbye.
jobby. Yeah, I'm sure it's Taris. by force field type of jobby. It's like his arm is missing from the elbow down. He's a Zabrakian, and so you've got like it's got like a, I could be making this up, this could be my mind filling in blanks that never existed, but it's got like a metal cuff that attaches to the elbow, and then between like the forearm bit between the elbow and the wrist is a sort of ray shielding type of thing that attaches to a hand. It's really cool. Smuggling vessel found nearby. I will deal with it if I can, my friend. So set to active. Where you want me to go? You want me to go to Geyser, and you are wanting me to go home? No, we don't know. Undock. Oh no, it's on this station. You're a stupid man. This is why we always do his checks.
Docking granted.
Shift and D. I do like the Knights of the Old Republic. I love all the Star Wars stuff. The Old Republic stuff I really, really enjoyed though, because it was like, even though most of it's classed as legends now, it got to like really the meat and bones, so to speak, of like the Mandalorian race, and it was like when the Jedi Order was sort of at its peak, but so were the Sith. The Sith weren't kind of like living by the rule of two, where there's only a master and an apprentice. They were living by the more Sith is more Sith, and more power. And if you play as Sith on playthroughs and stuff, especially on Old Republic games, it's hilarious. They're all backstabbing and scheming. One, how much we get for that? 500,000 for one starfighter. That's good.
Good luck out there.
We've got 3 messages as well. I'll have to have a look at that. But yeah, it's just really good. Really interesting. I was a little bit gutted when the new films came out and they turned around and said that essentially all the lore, book-wise, because I've still got it, the Star Wars fact file, basically data file or whatever it is. But yeah, they said all that is no longer valid. It's gone into legends, or they basically turned around and said, no, don't exist, never happened. I can understand why they did it, because essentially there's a hell of a lot of Star Wars stuff which is rubbish from that period, which doesn't fit in, which doesn't particularly make sense, which doesn't make you go, oh wow, Star Wars is amazing. It kind of makes you go, ooh, that's a bit cringeworthy. But yeah, but they are more and more integrating things into canon, and it's interesting watching some of the newer shows and some of like the glimpses of comics and things like that, and seeing what they're doing, because I've read a lot of the original trilogy. Well, I've read 2 of the 3 Heir to the Empire books, which is kind of like the sequels to Return of the Jedi, originally written by Timothy Zahn, I think it is. And then I've read X-Wing, a lot of the X-Wing books, read a lot of the X-Wing comics, some of the other prequel stuff, and yeah, and a lot of that is actually the same as the newer films and what they're doing in some of the TV series is just kind of like written in a slightly different way or with slightly different characters. It's like Heir to the Empire. There's a chance that the Katana Fleet and Jedi Master, is it Cyboth, something like that, comes back, but as to play him as, or to recreate him as he was in the books, I personally don't think it would work to a modern audience, because he's such like a 1980s Dungeons and Dragons evil wizard bad guy, and I don't think it translate particularly well. So it makes me happy that, you know, there might be other certain Jedi characters in certain new TV series that might be replacing that character, and done in a slightly different way. But yeah, that's just my take on it. I know the new films, the prequels, got absolutely panned by most people, but then again, so did the prequels. Sorry, the sequels got panned, like with the ones with Daisy Ridley, and Oscar Isaacs. They got absolutely like panned. Everyone hates them. I really enjoyed them. I loved them, but I was like my generation of Star Wars was the prequels: Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, and it was exactly the same back then. Everyone panned them, and everyone hated them, and they latched onto one little thing. But then nowadays, everyone's still like, "Oh yeah, they're really rubbish." But Duel of Fates, oh yeah, that's probably one of the greatest pieces of music in Star Wars. Yeah, Obi-Wan, he's quite a cool Jedi, isn't he? He's only in probably about half an hour's worth of A New Hope, and I think it's something like 20 minutes worth of footage in the other ones. Obi-Wan's character was fleshed out by Ewan McGregor. Pause. Where are we? No. Control H, unpause. Now this is a ship I would love if we went full Mandalorian and built a Mandalorian fleet for this series, which might be like a massive endgame goal. It will be Kel Darby's and Crusaders leading the way. I love these ships. They're so cool. I love the Mandalorian design. It's just brutal and effective. There's another one of the Mandalorian ships which isn't in the game, and I forget what it's called. And even if I did remember what it was called, I'd probably butcher the pronunciation of it. If you've not noticed, I'm really good at butchering pronunciations. It's the one with the kind of long fin on the bottom. I don't remember. But on Stellaris, which, if you like your RTS style games, Stellaris is another one which is really good with the mod support. I've played all sorts on Stellaris in the past, mod wise. Obviously the Star Wars one with the Star Wars mod on. I essentially played as Mandalorian faction in that, and got pretty powerful. I had some awesome fleets on that. What other mods have I played on Stellaris? We played the Star Trek mod. The Star Trek mod was really good, or one of them was really good anyway. The only problem with Star Trek is, for me anyway, Star Trek doesn't always convert well to the idea on a game where it relies on humongous fleets. Because even in Star Trek, even in like a big fleet in Star Trek, it's still fairly small, or I'd say if you compare it to a lot of sci-fi stuff. Like the last series of Picard, the fleet, the Earth fleet, during that parade that they were doing. Yeah, there was a lot of Star Trek ships, but it weren't a massive fleet. It weren't like a Star Wars style fleet. It's pretty small. So Star Trek and that is kind of like doesn't work. It's hero ships and that. I played a
Good luck out there.
I don't know what that noise is. Wait. Yeah, played a Gundam mod. The Gundam mod was quite cool. I think the Gundams were more your little. They acted as your fighters for your carriers. Unfortunately, that mod didn't have a particularly long lifespan, which was a little sad because I did really get into it at one point. But yeah, so after that rambling tangent, we handed in our missions. We're going to sell this crap. Goodbye. We're going to sell them. Oh, no, we're not, because that's not a very good price from Mikhail. I'm sorry to say, you're a bit cheap, mate. You need to up your prices. Your buying prices. Those Vong artifacts are worth a lot more than that. Let's have a look at these messages. I'm in the wrong place. Okay, so we're being invited to fight for the Mandalorians against the Galactic Empire and the New Republic. I can't be bothered to do that. And then we've got Bespin Treaty broken. So you've got the Enoch Federation is started to get a bit angsty with the New Republic. They'll probably end up at war at some point, and we're going to stay out all of that because we're just a humble bounty hunter. Let's have a look at its logbook. In fact, no, transaction log. Yeah, we're making a decent amount of money. So in the last 60 minutes, we've made 1 million credits. We've pretty much replenished his stock anyway from buying his ships. We'll have a quick check on what our ships are doing. So Equinox, we know where you are. You've done your scouting in Taris, so what we're going to do is we're going to tell you to drop a satellite. How many have you got? 6. 1, 2, 3. There's quite a lot in that system. Now whereabouts is that going to be? So sometimes you see question marks like that one there. Now that will either be... Which system are you going to be in? Set guidance. Yeah, you're in Wayland. So what we'll tell his little scout to do as well. Drop a civilian satellite there. Drop a civilian satellite there. Station. Just sometimes you'll get a question mark, and it might even be showing that question mark in this sector, but it's actually in another sector. But anyway, I digress. I think for today we can say we did it. We did it, and we did it well. Wow, they're nice and close to each other. Get satellite down there as well. We got some bounties. We got some money. We found our income station, which is the best news in the world. We found our CSA war, so whenever we fancy buying a do you guys even sell? Oh, that's right. So CSA, they are pretty much Clone Wars. If you are a fan of the Clone Wars and you want to play this game and you want nothing but Clone Wars era ships, play with the CSA, because you have the fully armoured Y-Wing, you have the Jedi Starfighter from Revenge of the Sith. This is a cool little starfighter. You have the Delta 7B, which is another Jedi Starfighter. That's the old Jedi Starfighter, the traditional one. And then you've got the Arc 170s. They're all your small ships, so you can have all the original fighters. Medium ships. You've got the Jedi Consular style ship, the CR-70. Or as this game likes to say, the CR-70 Corvette cruiser. That's Old Republic Jedi Defender. If you've played any of the Old Republic games, you'll know what that is. That's what you play as with a Jedi Knight, if you go down the Jedi Knight class. What else have they got? Various different console classes. They've got this pig of a ship. I hate this ship. But that's the one that Anakin flies in the Clone Wars TV series. That's... I'm sure they sell one of the other ships as well. And then you've got your Thetas as well, which I believe is Bad Batch, the Theta class shuttle. So yeah, you've got all the small and medium fighters. And then... have we found the big CA? Don't think we have, because it's up here usually, or it might be down here. We'll see. We'll find it. But yeah, then you've got the big ships as well. So I believe they have Acclamators, they have Venators. Do they have Pelters? They might not have Pelters, I can't remember. But yeah, if you are a Clone Wars fan and you want Clone Wars fleet, CSA is the way to go. And on that note, we are going to watch this Y-Wing fly by. Go, ooh, ah. I wish you could turn off the docking platform, whatever it is, glow thing, shielding, when you're looking out. Because it's a very pretty game, this game. I've tried to say we're leaving, but I keep failing. But yeah, it's a very pretty game, this game. And it is sometimes nice just to sit with a cup of tea and a nice chocolate biscuit, and watch the ships fly by, and just see how the game works. It's really nice. Anyway, I am definitely going now. I am definitely going now. I am going to put out shorter episodes, I think, because at the minute a lot of them have been about an hour. I've been recording for 2 hours. When I cut this down, it'll be about an hour and 40. I'm probably going to try and cut it into maybe...
Are reminded that wares on the station are sold without warranties.
How very rude. I'm going to try and cut them down into maybe 20 to 30 minute episodes instead. If there's any particular ships that you want me to look at, if there's any sort of tutorials you want me to do or anything like that, please do let me know in the comments. And apart from that, I think we're done. I think we're done today. So thank you for watching. For those who have watched, If you want a ship naming after you, drop it in the comments. If it's a specific ship, drop it in the comments and say, I would like a Imperial Star Destroyer, and I would like to call it Imperial Star Destroyer Star Destroyer Face. You will have to wait a long time for that, you know, but I will endeavour to make it so, because there's nothing like a community challenge. Fly to unknown station. Have I got another mission to hand in? No, that's just because I'm thinking. Anyway, good luck, good night, and until next time, I've been Captain Jack Gumption. I bid you adieu.